AA, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled Mom of Three Dumps Nice Guy to Be a Bad Boy's Side Chick. Let's get right into it.
So I went on a date tonight, and he was somebody that I met off the apps. Cool guy. We had a good conversation the other night for like an hour and a half. He had good pictures. He looked good, fit, homeowner, all the good things. And then tonight we met up for a drink because I unexpectedly got off work early, which never happens, especially on a Saturday night. It's always super busy, but I got off early and I was like, you know what? Let's bump our date from Sunday to tonight because I never have a Saturday night off. I don't have my kids. Work is slow, so I can leave. I'm already ready. I'm just going to throw on something and go. So I meet up with him at like a brewery, like 25 minutes from my house because it's first meeting. I want to be safe and like drive myself. And I meet up with him and, immediately I wasn't attracted to him. Not because he was a catfish. He was very fit. He looked just like his photos. I just didn't feel that spark. I didn't feel that chemistry, that attraction. We sat down, we had a good conversation, and we were talking for like 2 hours. We got like one drink and we were laughing. There was banter, but I already kind of sent some red flags as conversation kept continuing on, and I still wasn't attracted to him by like hour 2 now. And I'm like, okay. And then we had plans to go on an actual date on Sunday. And so we're leaving the bar. It's last call. He walks me to my car. He tries to kiss me. Yeah, I wasn't like on board with it. So, but he came like right in my face. I had no other choice. He was like, and I had no other choice. So I had to kind of like, and then we like pecked, and I was like, oh, and I literally did that. I'm like, oh, I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, he got all kind of like not offended, but he got kind of like embarrassed. And I'm just like, it's too soon for that. It's too soon for that. And he's like, so we're good for tomorrow? And I'm like, yeah, we're good. He's like, okay. And then he tries calling me when I'm driving and I don't want to answer. And then he texts me. He's like, hey, did we ever pay for the drinks? I don't remember. And I'm like, yeah, I asked her. We're good. And he's like, okay. And then I sent him a text. Okay, sorry, I had to pay for my In-N-Out order. Yes, I'm at In-N-Out right now. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm starving. He didn't even offer to get me food. Like, what a dick. Okay, so I sent him a text and I just said something along the lines of like, I didn't feel the connection I was looking for, but like I wish him the best and he's great and I had a good time, but I just didn't feel what I was supposed to feel. And he just put, I totally understand and I respect the clarity.
I don't respect the clarity. I don't respect none of this stuff, okay? Here's a woman, she's a single mom. She's attracted to the guy. She said he's a homeowner, he's fit, but she didn't feel a spark. Women say that men think with their little head, but in my personal opinion, so many women are so focused on sexual chemistry, it's clear that they think with their vagina, okay? They definitely think with their hoo-ha, okay? So I think it's very fascinating to me. This is a mother, mind you, a mother of 3, okay? Don't believe me? It says it right here on her page. She has 2 jobs, one of which she's a waitress, okay? And she's not even like that popping, okay? She thinks she's a IG model, Instagram thought, whatever you want to call it. She's on these apps posting pictures like this. This is how she's posting pictures. Show a moose knuckle. This is somebody's mother. This is somebody's mother. So you would think to yourself, okay, what does a mother of 3 really want? What does she really want? Okay, if a guy who's a homeowner looks like his pictures, he didn't catfish for you, he's fit, but because you didn't feel a spark, what kind of guy does she actually feel a spark with? Well, I did some snooping around and I found a video. Take a look at this. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly. You just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
Okay, so get ready with me while I tell you about the craziest fucking date I've been on in my life last night. Okay, so remember gym guy? He was like my ex situationship, whatever, from like the past, and I ran into him at the gym and we started talking again, whatever. Him. Let's call him James, okay? So James and I have been hanging out, talking, dating, whatever, since the beginning of August was when he kind of re-entered back into my life and I allowed him to re-enter the orbit, if you will. He and I went to the movies last night. And so we go to the movie, everything's good, like we're having a good time, we're enjoying the movie, like we're getting kind of close here and there, you know, whatever. We're just being ourselves with each other and how we always are, which it just flows, it just works. Like I enjoy spending time with him and whatever. So anyway, we're at the movie, it ends, we're walking to his car, Tell me why, when I get to the passenger side of his car and I'm about to open the door, behind him, parked directly behind him, is his ex-girlfriend. The same girl that was part of the reason, or if not the whole reason why we stopped talking in the first place last year. Yes, again. And she rolled up on us. She was like deadpan staring at me, but her body was moving towards him. And she looked like she was about to fuck him up. Like, she was pissed. She was seeing like red. And I know that look because once upon a time, that was me in my early 20s. And yeah, so I get it. I get it. Anyway, so she didn't come at me. She was coming at him. And she was like, you motherfucker, like, you're fucking doing this to me again. And like all this shit, right? And I'm just standing there like with my hand on the door, like, looking at her, looking at him, looking at her, looking at him, and I'm like, bro, what is going on? And he's like, Brianna, get in the car. And so I get in the car, he gets in the car, she crouches down by his driver's seat door, doesn't let him close the door, and she's like cussing at him, and she's like, you just told me you love me like 2 hours ago, and I'm like, okay. So that isn't even stopped there. So then we leave the movie theater, this bitch is following us, I kid you not, riding our ass for like the next 30 plus minutes. Literally following us. So I'm like, dude, can you please take me home? And he's like, I'm not taking you home with her following me like this, like, it's not safe, like, whatever. And I'm like, yes, agreed. So we're driving around thinking eventually.
So just think about this for a second, okay? Here comes James, her situationship, the gym guy who she had a situationship with. Mind you, this is a mother of 3 having a situationship with a gym guy. Who, by the way, she's giving him a second chance because they broke up last year because of his crazy ex-girlfriend. This is the type of guy she is going to risk it all for. Not the first guy who was a homeowner, very nice guy, well-presenting, communicates effectively. Not him. No, the bad boy. She wants to be the side chick to the bad boy. I'm telling you guys, women have poor selection choice when it comes to men. Horrible. Because they're going for, well, we had a spark. I felt something. Oh, my hoo-ha is just tingling. They're going to decide everything based on that. Baby girl, you have 3 kids. Why don't you make a pragmatic choice? I'm telling you, this is why the dating market's so screwed. Because women use their hoo-ha to decide who they want to date. And they think they have options after they have 3 kids and they're almost in their 40s. Anyway, I found another interesting video on TikTok. Take a look at this.
Black and Indian women, we are always kind of the butt of everybody's jokes. We are always deemed the less attractive of all the races. I literally seen this diagram the other day. It put Black and Indian women at the bottom. It was just ranking different women, different ethnicities. And I see the hate Indian people are getting online. And I guess for me, it's really triggering because as a Black woman, I dealt with a lot of racism in my life, especially since I went to a lot of predominantly white schools. And it really irritates me when I see Black people join in on the hate because it's like, as Black people, we've always been the butts of everybody's jokes. So it's like, why are you joining in on other people now making fun of another minority group? I feel as though the older I get, I kind of relate more to Indian women. I know as a Black woman, I was bullied for being dark. I remember in kindergarten, I was the only Black kid. And I remember in 3rd grade having a girl look at me and tell me that I was too dark. Because of that, I've always been kind of insecure about my skin tone. But now I'm loving myself more. I'm older now. And I know that's kind of similar to a lot of Indian women in their journey. I know a lot of Indian women who say, growing up, they kind of felt insecure about being Indian. They felt insecure about their skin tone. So it baffles me that people make fun of Black and Indian women. They say that we're undesirable. They say that we're ugly. They say that we're too dark. But then when other women of different ethnicity groups go and sit in the sun and tan, or they go and get spray tans to achieve a darker skin tone, they're all of a sudden the pinnacle and the beacon of what's beautiful. It just makes crazy to me. The same people that can be racist towards Black and Indian people say that we're dark and XYZ go out and self-tan. It's like, what? You can make Indian jokes all day, but bitch.
It is kind of weird that people are racist to Black people and they tan. I think that is very racist, and I think that's very strange, okay? But here's the thing I think is so funny to me. On one hand, we have Black girls who make videos talking about don't date Black men, my life improved since I date Black men. And then you have other girls here who are not even really dark. You can't really consider her dark skinned. But I went to an all-white school when I was in like 8th grade and up. And I'll tell you, man, like, they made me feel like I was the darkest man to ever exist, okay? And this girl, she's, in the Black community, she would be considered brown skin. But in the white community, you are the darkest person that ever exists. I say this because then they turn around, and not her, but a group of white women, a group of Black women would say, oh, I'm decentering Black men, and white men are better, and they act better for white people. Even though they never grew up in these neighborhoods with white people and realize a lot of them could be very prejudiced. I'm just saying. Okay? So listen, black women, I think we might be your only choice. You've seen that pyramid, okay? They have black women, Indian women at the bottom, all right? Anyway, not all black women are traumatized. I found this image, this video of a black woman I thought was very interesting. Take a look.
Would you go on a coffee date?
Would I go on a coffee date?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would?
Yes, I would.
Why?
Why you ask that?
No, I seen this thing on TikTok. This girl said she wouldn't go on a coffee date, and they in the comments roasted her.
Oh, well, I would go on a coffee date because it's like, I got to make sure I actually like you first. Okay. And then, like, being seen with me, I don't even want to just be seen with anybody at these high-end restaurants. And when a man got a certain woman by his side, it makes him look elevated. And if this is a goofy, if he's a cornball, why would you want your name or look attached to that? Like, because I'm not dating just to get some food or to go to a nice restaurant. I could do that completely by myself. So coffee dates is really one of the best things to do. Like, have a conversation with that person. See if there's somebody you actually want to go on a real date with. Unless you're just dating to get something to eat and dating for meals. But I'm not dating for meals.
She revealed it right there. Listen, guys, we got to use women's own language against them. If you want to justify why you want to go on a coffee date with a girl, and by the way, don't argue with a girl about this, but if she's trying to figure it out why, and you want to like ease the way into it, you got to say, girl, I got to make sure I like you first, right? That makes a lot of sense. You want me to take you out to a nice restaurant? I don't even know if I like you. I've never met you before. But like I said, use women's language against them. I got to make sure I like you first. Hey, how about we meet up for coffee? Let me make sure I like you first. If I like you, I'll take you out to a nice restaurant. That's reasonable. Okay, and then if she's against that, well, I'll say, hey, unless you're just dating me to get some food. Sounds like you're just trying to date me to get some food, okay? And I'm not trying to date a girl who's just trying to get some food. You see the first girl, she was talking about, oh, he didn't take me out to eat. You don't even like him. You're going to reject him. But you still want a free meal? This is exactly what women will do to you guys. Be careful. Be on the alert. Be on the alert. Anyway, here's a very interesting video from another black woman or black passing woman. Take a look.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but men do not marry for love. Men do not marry for love. I had a guy recently basically ask me to marry him. And do you know what he said was the qualifications as to why I would make a good candidate to marry him? He said, I can't cook worth a damn. So he needs somebody to cook for him. He says, I go through a schmex cycle every 2 to 3 days. So he needs somebody, he needs a living schmex bot. Then what else did he say? Oh, you have a beautiful daughter, and I've always wanted to have a beautiful daughter. So that would be like my dream. And at this point, you could just donate me your eggs. Okay. So you need a baby maker. And the only thing that was appealing about this arrangement was that he said I would never have to work again. But if I'm child rearing, cooking, cleaning, and schmexing him, sounds like a whole lot of work to me. So, if you need any indication that men don't marry for love, this is your sign right here. Yeah.
What a fool. What a fool. I'm telling you guys, I didn't watch this whole video, so I had no idea she was a single mom. But you tell me, here's a guy who all he wants from you, by the way, he proposed to you on the condition that you're going to cook, clean, and have schmecks with him. And you tell me that sounds like a lot of work? A woman will pass up on an opportunity to be a stay-at-home mom, even though she's a single mom, to go work at a corporate office somewhere, have a corporate job somewhere, and still have to come home and cook and clean and take care of her only child. And she's talking about, oh yeah, men marry for free labor. Free labor? No, you, oh my God. Oh my God, women fumble the opportunity, and this is not that, she's not even that attractive of a woman. Let's just keep it real. She's a big woman. She's a big woman. This is her. This is her. Respect to the big girl. I'm just saying, this is crazy. You're a single mom, you're big, and you have attitude, and you don't want to. We are cooked, bro. We are cooked. Anyway, found another interesting video. Look, I didn't realize I got a few videos by single moms. I got a couple videos by single moms. Take a look at this one.
10 things I wish my mom taught me about dating. So for those of you who need to hear it, Let me be your mom today. Number 1, no ring, no babies. Some of you guys like to put the cart before the horse on this one. No ring, no babies. Number 2, the best version of a man is always within that first 90 days of knowing him. Enjoy those first 90 days because you will never get that version back, ever. Number 3, men will say anything, and I do mean anything, to get to home plate, to get in your pants. Number 4, believe half of what they say and all of what they do. Number 5, I think this is 5. You do not ever truly know a man until you see him drunk, angry, or broke. That is his true self. 6, a man who truly loves you will never make you feel like a burden. I hit the wrong setting. Come back for part 2. I love you.
We don't want to come back from part 2. The fact that and women always just get ready with me, get ready with me. It's so funny. You got to paint your face. And you're talking about, don't trust a man, how can we trust you? You're just showing me the lie. You showing me the magic trick right here. So this single mom says she's 10 things she wish her mama taught her, but she lied about that because she only gave us like 7 things, okay? That's the first lie. But then she said, marry before you carry. It's funny that she said that because she got a child and she didn't ask for a ring first. Her legs were wide open, dudes are shooting up the club, and she had that baby, okay? And now she's talking about, oh yeah, marry before you carry now. It's a little too late for that, at least for you, okay? I'm glad you're telling the future generations, but for you, it's a little too late. And honestly, everybody knew this. Just don't treat this like, oh, you wish your mama told you. You knew better. You knew better. You knew better, okay? So I don't even want to hear that. On top of that, she said the only time you really know if a man's true version of a man is if he's drunk or he's broke or he's angry. Yeah. So let me get this right. What if I say you only know a true woman when she becomes a single mom or something stupid like that? You only know a woman when she's on her period. If someone's in a heightened emotion or they're depressed, that's when you truly know them. I don't know. I mean, that might work for you, but in my personal opinion, if you're broke, you're under a lot of stress. And yes, some people could be their best selves under a lot of stress, but a lot of people can't. You know what I'm saying? To me, you really know somebody when they get money. That's when you really know them. When they have the ability to do whatever they want, that's when you really know somebody. But when someone's under pressure, you don't really know them at that point. That's just my personal opinion. Okay? And I don't drink, so you're not going to see me drunk to try to judge if what I am like I'm drunk. You're never going to see me drunk. I don't drink. And there's good men out there that are not drinking. I'm just saying, okay? And you better hope I don't get angry at you. I don't play this angry stuff with women. I just don't. It don't make any sense. Anyway, I found this video interesting. Here's a list of men that you should never date according to her. I don't think she's a single mom. Let's listen to what she has to say.
All right, here's a list of men that you should never date. And I'm going to make this kind of short without much explanation. Number 1, the ugly man. Okay, if you're a pretty girl, don't go for the ugliest man. They're not going to treat you better. In fact, they're going to treat you much worse. Because men have egos, and they're going to make sure that you are aware of that ego when they know that you are out of their league. Okay, number 2, the old man. If you are not above the age of 25, do not date old. They are not more mature. And you are not more wise beyond your years and need a older man. Okay, because if an older man was mature, he'd be dating somebody his own age. Number 3, tall men. Tall doesn't, they never did anything to get that height in their life. Okay, tall doesn't mean anything in this world except they're tall and attractive looking. They're usually very boring, actually. Yeah. Number 4, the man who's always working on themselves. Okay, that's code for I'm broke. Okay, they're broke. Number 5, they have a bad relationship with their mother. Those men are cheaters. All right, here's a list of men that you should...
So let me get this right. If you're working on yourself, you're broken, that's a bad thing? Oh my God. Women don't understand that. Every girl wants a man at the finish line, but that's actually the hardest man to get. That's the hardest man to get. You're talking about, oh, yeah, he has a bad relationship with mom, he cheats. There's men who have a great relationship with their mom and they cheat. This like her list is just so horrible. Oh, don't date an older man because if he's old, him being older doesn't mean he's mature. Because if he was mature, he would date a woman his age. Why would you date a woman your age? Like, she just picked these ideas out the sky. What are you talking about? And she thinks she's talking some real stuff. You just made this shit up. You don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea what you're talking about. But women follow this. She has 600 comments on this. 600 comments on it. It's very funny to me. It's very, very funny to me. She said, if you're working on yourself, you're always working on yourself, it's just a sign you're broke. So is he doing something wrong? Are you shaming brokenness? Most people are broke. Most people are. You want to know the truth? Most of you, everybody wants a man that makes over 6 figures, but the man that makes over 6 figures, he's still living in paycheck to paycheck. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck. Most people don't have $1,000 for an emergency. Over 70% of people don't have $1,000 right now for an emergency. If you are a man in America and you have more than $1,000 for an emergency right now, you are rare. By statistics. So everything she's saying, it hurts my heart because it tells me that women just make things up. They spread this nonsense to other women follow it, and it causes all this chaos in the dating market. And they think it's the red pillars. They think it's the pink pillars. These women come out here just talking nonsense. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Anyway, I got one more video. I thought this video was pretty interesting. Take a look.
Just attended the funeral of my marriage and 9 other women via divorce court, and I noticed some patterns I'd like to share with you. Number 1, 100% of the petitioners, meaning the person initiated and asking for the divorce, were women. Number 2, 90%, so all but 1 woman did not ask for spousal support. Same goes for child support. Not everyone had children involved, but for the ones who did have children involved, there was only 1 woman. It was the same woman who got the spousal support, also got child support. The rest of the women did not ask for child support. Property was wishy-washy, like not everyone owned property, but for the ones who did own property, aside from one like special circumstance, the men were keeping the homes and the women were not asking for any equity in the home. They were walking away from their husband. So let me just recap. Women are leaving men. They are not asking for any financial ties to these men, even if they have children to support. I am sorry, but I think that speaks fucking volumes. Because these are women who have decided, other than our children being the thing that ties us together, I want nothing else tying us together energetically, right?
It speaks effing volumes about what? The women take these anecdotal experiences, they think, oh my God, this says everything about the world. I come to a lot of my conclusions based off the aggregate. I watch many videos on girls. Guys, I made over 500 videos, just videos this year, which I react to. You see me, I react to like 4, 5, 6 different girls each time. So you could say I've reacted to over 3,000 girls this year, and overwhelmingly it's the same nonsense over and over again. I don't just take from a small pool. Oh, I was in the divorce course and 10 people today. And this speaks volumes. Have you ever heard of sample size? Like, have you ever heard of sampling? Like, if you're going to make even a survey, a statistic, you got to properly adjust for the larger population. You don't just take a random group. It's biased. It's not going to be based off of what it's what they call it. So it's not deductive reasoning or deductive. It's inductive logic, or no, it's reductive logic. It's starting with a small group and trying to make a big claim about a larger group. But the problem with this, like I said, because it's an anecdote, you can't really use, there's nothing useful about this. It's like going to Florida and saying, well, everybody's Republican, so, well, most people in the country are Republican. Florida it's a red state. It's unique to that state. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, sample size and properly making a survey is important to come to these conclusions. But women come to the conclusions based on their experience, their limited experience in their bubble. They think they understand the entire world. They think their life represents a microcosm of the entire world. No, it does not. It does not. And I hate to break it to them, but they come to this conclusion all the time. It's ridiculous. But what I do see here, what I think I would have concluded from this, well, a lot of these women either made the same amount of money as these men, or they made more, and therefore they didn't want to try to go for spousal support because maybe they would have to give their husband spousal support. And we know that to be the truth right now because a lot more women are graduating college than men. I see a lot more women buying houses than men. So maybe the woman owned the house and she just gave it to the guy. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, and the one girl that did ask for spousal support, she did get child support as well. That tells me that if a woman wants to get spousal and child support, they normally get granted both. And so maybe those women could have done the exact same thing, but maybe the husband would have been granted child support and spousal support. I'm just saying, that might be the case. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.